March 31st, 16th day of my quarantine. So you see, I'm wearing a mask today because they said that everybody should be wearing a mask because when we talk, we spit. A little bit of spittle comes out, and that's dangerous, to other people around here. So I went and rummaged and I found this mask, and I'm not going to go out shopping for them. They're hard to come by. So in any event, that's what I'm doing right now. I have other masks, so you might find some funny faces in the future if I can't get one of those medical type masks. In any event, I want you to look at my shirt. It's an Izod knockoff. Uh, the guy did a terrific job, except I think he's a little bit off on the size. So that's the way it is. Anyhow, there's some wacky things going on in the world of coronavirus and COVID-19 or whatever. In Maine, these people with guns actually went up to a person's house because he was going to leave the house, leave quarantine. So they actually went to his house and chopped down a tree in his driveway so he couldn't get out. And then when he came out, they were yelling at him, and they were armed. I mean, what's the purpose of having a gun if you chop down a tree and this is an old guy who wants to go out and violate the quarantine? So anyhow, the sheriff in that town, it's a small town, is looking for these people, and hopefully he'll find them. And maybe he won't. Maybe he won't really care to find them. They're just outraged citizens, so to speak. Another interesting fact about Maine, before I get off the subject, is that Maine has the highest percentage of old people in the country. Florida has the most old people, but Maine has the highest percentage. So, and then another wacko, we got a conservative pastor who refused to close his church because of COVID-19. And he has suggested that God will help by multiplying toilet rolls. So he has told his congregation to stand with their toilet paper rolls in their hand and hold them up to God and watch the sheets on these rolls multiply. Now, I don't know, but he says every day there will be multiplications. You look at your toilet paper and you think I'm going to run out of toilet paper, but you have another roll where that one was, and you don't know how it ever got there in the first place. So are toilet paper rolls getting together and having families now? What's happening? And when you look again, there's still enough. Maybe the people in his congregation don't wipe their asses, right? Maybe they don't use the toilet paper. Maybe they have other things that they use. In the old days, if you were a convicted criminal, they didn't do much, but they would cut off the hand that you used to wipe your ass. That was punishment. Now you had one hand and you had to do it for everything. Not a very sanitary way to live, I guess. Anyhow, he's got his Bible school open for revivalists, not pansies. That's what he called them. If you're worried you're a pansy, that's sort of a derogatory remark. We don't call people pansies anymore, with politically correctness and all of that stuff. Trump announced that the coronavirus guidelines were being extended to April 30th. And this guy says he's not closing his church. He's going to keep it open. So that's what's happening on that front. Then we got some good stuff going on. New York Central Park and the harbor have been made into field hospitals. And I'll tell you, go down there, and I haven't gone down there, of course, but I mean, if you get the pictures, if you take a look at the pictures, you'll see they look just like an emergency room. All right, so they've transformed a grassy meadow in Central Park into a makeshift hospital, and also welcomed the Navy ship into the harbor, right? So now that ship is not going to hold anybody that has the virus, but it's going to be used for people who don't have the virus, so they have room in the hospital for those people who have a virus, right? I think that's all good stuff. So, the East Meadow of Central Park is on the Upper East Side. Normally, you find picnickers there and sunbathers, but it's now a 68-bed field hospital designed as a respiratory care unit. So that's what's happening in New York. And the other thing in New York is that the governor, he's asking healthcare professionals all over the country to come to New York and help out if they can. But I would think if you're a healthcare professional, you probably got your hands full wherever you are, because this thing keeps doubling every day. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. But I'm hunkering down, and this is day 16, and tomorrow will be day 17, and I'll be doing this till the end of April. So I hope you have a good day and be safe and watch out what you touch and where you go to touch it. Okay? Thank you.